Board of Trustees Heritage Keeper Award recipient from Eastern Montana. No one has done more to make the history of Lewistown and its environs accessible to the public than Nancy Watts. Watts, who was born in Pennsylvania, has worked for the Lewistown Public Library for 23 years, primarily as a reference librarian, but more recently as community preservation officer and local historian. In her spare time, she volunteers at the Central Montana Historical Museum. Nancy Watts became fascinated with local history after being asked to help proofread a local history book called The History of Lewistown. She then began collecting and indexing local history material for the library, building an extraordinarily strong collection on Montana, and especially on the history of Lewistown. She is creative in disseminating the information she has gathered, helping with the publication of the information and displays of it in her region of the state. She even shares historical photographs of Lewistown on the library's Facebook page. A font of knowledge for library patrons, Watts has worked equally hard to make information about Central Montana accessible to people outside of her area. She was an early advocate for the Montana Memory Project, a statewide digitization project sponsored by the Montana State Library and the Montana Historical Society. An early contributor to the project, Watts led a team of local historians and archivists to create two significant online collections: the Central Montana Historical Photographs Collection, 3,483 items, and the Central Montana Historical Documents Collection, with 435 items. Because of Watts, anyone with computer access anywhere in the world can view and download historical pictures and other information about Lewistown, Montana, anywhere in the world. In addition, Watts scanned and cataloged every community and county history book in the Central Montana area, making them all available for genealogists worldwide. Nancy Watts is a bridge builder. She worked closely with the Central Montana Genealogical Society, the Central Montana Historical Society, and other organizations to get their material online. She has also shared her technical know-how with smaller communities throughout Fergus County to help them tell their stories. Nancy Watts' contributions have been widely recognized, and she has received awards from the Sons and Daughters of the Montana Pioneers and the Lewistown Resources Commission for all her work. We are delighted to add our voice to the chorus of those celebrating her tremendous contributions, preserving and sharing the history of her adopted home. Please welcome Nancy Watts.
Nice smile. Thank you.
You're on.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much for this award. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate the Historical Society giving it to me. This award, like Al was saying, is partly because of other people, and I had hundreds of volunteers helping me scan, type, proofread, and do all this work, so I can't say that I did it all. And I really appreciate the Montana Memory Project, because that's what put it all out there for. And Jennifer helped me so much with this, and I really, really appreciate all their help. I also want to thank my boss, Kellyanne Terry. She is the one who nominated me for this, and Jennifer also. And our board of directors, or our library board is what I'm trying to say. They really are supportive of everything I've done, so I appreciate them very much. And I also want to thank all the writers. You know, the writers are the ones that do all this work, put it all together for us to be able to put it on the Montana Memory Project and for our local collection. So thank you very much.